everybody, it's Aquila, and this is a Lefty Knitter podcast, episode 258. Thank you for being here with me. It is a new year, 2025. I'm wearing my Yarn Hoarders Anonymous shirt. I love this thing. John got it for me. I'm not sure if I know where. If I do, I'll link it below. I live in Baltimore with cats, kids, husband, and yeah, this is my podcast, mostly about knitting, sometimes other crafty stuff, crocheting, etc. Spinning. I actually got something done on my wheel. I'm so very excited. So, I'm going to insert a video here. Well, first, if I can find the picture of the loop bump. I bought a loop bump a long time ago. I don't even know when. Probably close to 2022, but I started spinning it in March of 2022. I have a shacked sidekick wheel, and I started spinning this, and it just keeps getting put on hiatus. I don't know why. I think I just get bored with it. If I go to sit down and do something, it's usually knitting. Something that is easily movable. I mean, not that this isn't. The sidekick is meant to be portable. I have taken it places. It folds up. I'll also insert video of the singles. So I spun all of the, I don't remember how many ounces, 5.7 maybe ounces of this onto one bobbin because I have a jumbo flyer and jumbo bobbins, and I am now chain plying it. But I have noticed that my singles are not the greatest singles, and I have had some breakage, and there's been some cursing, I'm not gonna lie. And so I will probably, hopefully, show that on the next episode. I had to stop. I had to stop chain plying and just let it sit for a minute today. I woke up, I got my coffee, I was so excited to start it, and then I was like, nope. Also, today is January 5th, 2025. It's Sunday. I try to post over the weekend of clips that I record through the week. Well, I didn't really have clips this week. It has been just a busy week, you know, so New Year's and whatnot. I do have a new cast on, actually, too, to show you. Oh, the other thing I spun on I have an electric eel wheel. I have the bigger one, 6 point something. I spun this bat wanted to be thick and lumpy and bumpy. So here it is, thick, lumpy, bumpy. And I don't know what to do with it. I don't know if I should just leave it like this. I previously have core spun some things, and I have some thin cotton yarn for a core. But I also, at the store at some point, I bought all these because I thought they would be fun add-ins. Look at these. Look at these. Fun bobbins of thread. And so this bobbin has some really fun of this color, and I was thinking maybe I'll do that in it. But do I do that and core spin it? I just don't know what to do with it. I may have already made a suggestion. Already made a choice and done it before I post this or I get comments. But I also have this one. Wouldn't this be fun? All right, I might have to do something with the thread. That is probably what I'm going to do. So I'm going to put all this back in here. We're going to move on to the new cast-ons. I told you guys I was going to start working with that other yarn for a present for somebody. It's the same yarn I made my simple Hug Cardi out of, but this is a different colorway. Oh, that's all needles. Look, my cat wants to be right next to me, always. Okay, this is the Big Twist Supernova yarn, and this is called Mars Landing. I don't know how accessible this yarn is anymore because the last I went and bought this color, it was all like on sale, and I don't know if it's gonna still be available in stores or maybe online. I'm not sure, so I apologize if this is not like accessible anymore. So I started the simple Hug Cardigan, and I only used 2 balls, not even a full 2 balls when I made mine. If you are a longtime watcher, thank you. Thank you for returning and continuing to watch. I made mine out of the black yarn with the rainbow stripes. This one is like this color, and it is striping with the black in between. And I'll show you guys what that looks like. So I'm still working the body because it's bottom up. So there you go. It's fun. It's pretty fun. I thought it was going to be more brown, but it's like more reddish. I'm okay with that though. I think it looks really beautiful. It will change once I have to split for sleeves, and I'm doing these front panels separate and the back panel separate. So the width of the stripes is going to change a little bit, which is kind of a bummer because I really love how this looks. I'm also using a US 10. I think the pattern calls for a 10 and a 10.5 or a 10 and 11 US size. I'm using a 9 and a 10 because when I swatched to do mine, that was, it worked out really nicely. So yeah, I have this much left of the first ball, and I don't know how many inches, but I will put a stitch marker or a progress keeper in and show you guys my progress on this. So Laura Nelkin, if you have seen her post on Instagram and or wherever she posts on social media, she put out, I think the brioche version was a make-along, and I think that's called the Cowtopus, and it is a cow with a hood. I'll try to insert picture here. So I am not comfortable with brioche, but she has a non-brioche version, and it's so funny because like everybody is like sending me this lately, and even John sent it, and he sent the brioche version. I was like, yeah, but look at this one. And he was like, ooh, I really like it. And her version was like all green. It's really beautiful, like a tweed. And John's like, why don't I have one for shoveling snow yet? And I'm like, well, I didn't know you would want one. So here we are. And I've casted one on for John. Sorry, my needles that I took off this is going to be actually really hard to show at this point because I transferred it from a longer cord to 16-inch circulars. So we are using 2 colors because it's a DK weight pattern, and I'm holding 2 fingering weight together. This is Mace of Skeins, and this was our anniversary box a few years ago. She did an anniversary colorway, excuse me, and this is Shadow Cat. I don't know if this colorway was actually an anniversary, whatever. The box was an anniversary box or a New Year's box. No, I think it was anniversary. Either way, Macy, I'm sorry. It was 3 skeins. So you got this, you got a red, and then you got a black, white, and red because her thing is all like card themed, like playing cards. So I've used some of the red, the black, white, and red, I think I still have, and now I'm using the all black one. You'll have to check her site. I don't know, like I said, if that was a one of a kind for that or not. The other colorway is Rising Tide Fiber Company in tweed. This is the gray with the tweed, and it's called Oxford. So I'm holding these together. Now this, again, like I said, is going to be really difficult to show you because I transferred it to 16-inch circular needles. But you'll get the idea. So this is the hood that you cast on at the top and you work your way down. So I am working in the round on the back side, but on the front side, it's open because that is going to be the hood part. It's like on tiny needles. There's no way I can show you properly. So here it is. I'm kind of actually a little sad that you're losing the tweed. But I made John pick the colors. I was like, you need to go down to my stash with me and pick 2 to hold together because I had a DK I could have used, or I would have had to mix and match and do some striping and stuff like that, and he didn't want that. So we went with holding 2 together and making black and gray, and it's beautiful. And that's really everything I have to show you for this episode because, well, I've been working very monogamously on the Simple Hug cardigan that actually has a due date. So I've been working hard on that. But I really was so excited to finish those dang singles of that loop bump. I am very lucky. John is very supportive of all of my yarny adventures, and I actually have my Shacked, and I have another wheel, but and I have my electric eel wheel, but I feel really guilty having one thing on one wheel and then starting something on my other wheel. And then I also am worried about, am I going to forget what I was doing? Like, do I have to keep a notebook and keep it with my wheel so I can remember what I was doing with that particular fiber? I could make better notes, I guess, on the Ravelry page, because you can stash your fiber, and then once you spin your fiber, you can create a project from your fiber to your yarn, and then that is now a yarn, a stashed yarn, a hand spun, and then you can then mark using your project that you're knitting with, using your hand spun or whatever you're using. So I don't know. I don't have much else to say. We've been watching not a whole lot on TV, so I don't have a whole lot to talk about there. And I did finish the Colleen Hoover book, It Ends With Us, and I don't know really what to say about it because I don't have good remarks or bad remarks. It was just in the middle, so there we are. So, all right, everybody, take care of yourselves and each other, and check on each other, and do all the things that make you happy. Peace, love, and happy knitting. Until the next episode. Bye!